Hello, students. This video is going to cover step number 8, our last and final step of our house design in SketchUp. What we're going to be doing in this step is going through and importing some components that are going to be your appliances, your furniture, to then decorate your house. At this stage, you should have all your doors and windows put in throughout your house. You should have your floor coverings completed. You should have your wall coverings completed. With everything in there, if you look around it three-dimensionally, everything should be filled in how you would want it. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to focus on one room and one room only, just to show you as a reminder how to bring in components and what to do with those things. How to bring in your accessories, such as furniture, appliances, is going to be the exact same way that we've done the doors and windows for our actual house. So best way to do this is I'm going to focus on the kitchen area. So I'm going to turn around and focus primarily on the kitchen, since that's where the majority of appliances are going to go, and that's where we want to do the majority of our work. So having a good look at our kitchen right here. I'm going to get this over here. There we go. First thing I'm going to do is you can put in cabinets. Every kitchen's going to have some cabinets. So in our right-hand side, we have our components. So under components, what I'm going to do is search up cabinets. Once you select that, you're going to see a whole variety of different types of cabinets that you can look up for. If you want to be more specific, you can type in kitchen cabinets and hope that some things come up. So right here, you actually even have a set that already has everything inside of it. You can piece together, so you can make your own types of cabinets, or if you want something like this where everything's already included, you can do that as well. So to show you how to do these things, if I click right here, kitchen cabinet, that's all right. For you, if it says that it's going to be a larger model, it could definitely slow down your Chromebook as you're working. So if you want to keep on going through, hit import. If not, you can close out and then piece together your own cabinets. As you look at them, if you look on the download side right here, where your components are, see your component, and then right here, that's going to see how much memory or how much information there is for this one thing. So this is going to be 2.1 kilobytes of memory. So it's going to slow down the process a little bit, especially on your Chromebooks. So I would definitely make sure before you bring these things in that your work is saved. So I'm going to bring this in. As it said before, here, I know it's going to be slow, but I'm going to import it anyway. You can see for me, it is slowly rendering the model, and it should be inserting it. Once it's inserting, see right here, as you can see, it's definitely slowing things down, but right here is going to be the overall kitchen design. So I want to place it, but I'm going to put it against that right wall that there are no windows. So first thing I'm going to do is just click on it so it's imported. You can see that it's now imported into my house, but it's not facing the right way. In order to make it face the right way, I'm going to select my directional pad, then going to go to rotate. Once I have rotate selected, I'm going to select, you can see right here, it's attached to my cursor. I'm going to click the floor, and then I'm going to click on my item. After I have my item clicked, I'm going to move it. As you can see on the bottom right-hand side of my screen, it's showing me what my degrees are for my appliance that I have here. I'm going to want to bring this so it's at 90 degrees. So I can either move it slowly until it's at 90 when it goes right there, or if you'd like to, you can just type 90. You don't have to click down there. You can just type the number 90. It'll take it to 90 degrees, and then it will put it in there for you. So right now, my area is my appliances are at 90 degrees. This isn't against the wall. So what I'm going to do is adjust this so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to select my move tool. I'm going to click on my cabinets, and I'm going to start to push them back so I can make sure it's against the wall. What you want to make sure of is as you're moving it, that it is, here we can close our components, make sure that it is actually against the wall. So you're going to have to do some maneuvering, but you can see I have a little bit of a gap. What I would do then from here is select my move tool. I'm going to zoom in to this bottom corner here. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to go up against the wall. Once it says on edge right there, it means that I am pushing it up against the wall, and it's going to be right at that crack. So I'm going to click, and then it's going to be set in right there for me. So now you can see I have a free standing area. If you would end up pushing it too far, So we'll go back to our move. If you end up pushing it too far, you'll see that it starts to get taken up by the wall. Like it'll be halfway in the wall, it'll be popping through the other side. We don't want that. So that's why we want to make sure once we have it set where we want it to go, you'll just zoom in, click on your point. So I'm going to click on this corner right there and then make sure that's staying on edge, and that's going to attach it to the wall, not going through. So as you can see, if we go to the other side, it's no longer through the wall. And right there is going to be my cabinet. What you can do from here is you can adjust the size of it. So if you want it to be longer, you can go over to your directional pad or your move on the left-hand side and then select the scale. It's going to add these green little handles for you. You can click, drag, make them longer, make them fit however you want it to go. So if you want everything to be bigger, you can have it like that. Oops. There we go. So right there, that's where my appliances are coming from. So what I would do is just go through and make sure that I have everything that would go in a kitchen in there. You can put things like tables, you can put islands, you can put a whole variety of cabinets. You can do 2 stoves, you can do multiple cabinets throughout the whole area. This is your design. So you want to make it look as best as you can. And the best way to do it is making sure that you go through the components and search for your items. The more specific you can be, the shorter your list is going to be of things that you have to search for. So if you're looking for something in particular, if you're specific in your searches, it should come up with something. If it doesn't come up with something, you may have to tone down how much description you are giving just to get more of a generalized search. So that's what you would do. I'd go through one room at a time. So right now I'm focusing on the kitchen. If I would want to then focus on the living room, I'd search for television. Spell it right though. And then it'll give you a whole variety of televisions. You can look for entertainment systems. You can look for pool tables, ping pong tables, beds, furniture, sofas, love seats. All that stuff is going to be found in this component section. And that's all you're going to do. Just search for it, bring it in, adjust the size, make it fit your house, and just make sure that it's facing the correct way that you have it. I would recommend once you put in one component, make sure that you save it, because as I've said before, some of the larger items are going to take up more memory. So you want to make sure that you're saving in between each time you're putting in a component so your house won't crash on you. With that being said, that once your house is fully furnished, that concludes the house design and you are complete with this assignment.